What's up, dude?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Same old, same old. Going to get some Chipotle.
Are you really? What are you going to get, man?
Do what?
What are you going to get?
Barbacoa bowl.
Oh, barbacoa bowl. Oh,
Yeah, I've been
dude.
doing good on this diet. No carbs, so I'm going to cheat tonight since there's a show tomorrow.
Right. Are you excited for the show tomorrow, man? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's going to be good times.
Oh, by the way, I got to... Let me just be honest with you, man. You know you're on the air, right?
I'm on the air right now.
Yeah, you're on the air right now.
That's cool. Hello.
Mr. Ryan Maynard, what's up, dude? Soviet Dog fight. So,
Yes, sir.
dude, tomorrow, Tomcats, you guys and Awaken Theory are playing. I got to say, man,
Yeah.
two of my favorite bands in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, man, in one house, in one night. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. Well, when Cameron from Secret of Boris was actually helping book this show, and he sent me a message and was like, "Hey, dude, you guys want to play in Fort Worth?" And I was like, "Well, we haven't yet, so I guess it would be a good time." And since we're at Dallas, and we needed a Fort Worth band, obviously, and
Right.
that was the first group that came to mind.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Awaken Theory is just a great band, man. Great band.
Yeah.
Now, you guys haven't done anything. I changed my profile picture to the last time that you guys played, which was at Trees.
I thought that's what that was when you MC for us. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that was definitely good times.
It was a great show. So that's the last time that you guys have played, right?
It is first and only show.
First and only show. Golly. So
Well, until tomorrow, obviously.
let me ask you real quick. I got to ask you about, because I talked about Hotel earlier, like to kick off the show, just kind of giving everybody the idea of, hey, what my weekend is going to look like. Hotel is like selling like crazy. Is that not right?
It has done much more than we anticipated. Yes,
How does
we've been very lucky.
How does that feel, dude?
I mean, it feels awesome because there was obviously, when you do something outside of the norm, there's that opportunity for a belly flop, and we've all been doing this long enough that, musicians in general, fragile ego and low self-esteem and all that fun stuff that we all suffer from. So the idea of just bombing on something is always there, especially when, we have a 45-second track of just Dunnigan playing piano, and so we didn't know what was going to happen, but we're at the point where we wanted to try something different and make music for ourselves, and we obviously hoped that people would enjoy something different, and I think we just kind of lucked out.
Now, does it bother you that I called you guys a super group earlier when I was talking about y'all?
Well, again, fragile ego and low self-esteem, so it's nice to hear things like that, but we definitely wouldn't call ourselves that. We're just, again, kind of like what I said when we were in there with you, we're just guys that have been doing this for a long time.
Right.
But it's nice to be looked at that way.
Well, yeah, man. Of course. Much respect. No, man, I love the fact, and for the listeners out there that may have just tuned in, because I know that according to my my interwebs here, there are people that tuned in after I played you guys and talked about you guys, but Hotel is a story. It is an album that is a story, and you have to, it's one of those things that you just have to get the entire album. You don't buy individual. You get the entire thing. And it is a great story, man. Very dark. Dunnigan, I don't know where he gets his darkness from, man. Do you know where he gets his darkness from?
Man, I don't, but he's deeply disturbed in a way that's very beneficial to us, obviously. But, yeah, and we're already obviously working on, the new album, and we're probably 6 songs deep into it, which we're actually going to do 2 new songs tomorrow.
Oh, really?
But the new story is also dark, also twisted, also just really cool. And when he came to us with kind of what he was doing, and he did this for the hotel also, he had the idea and the outline, so we kind of wrote songs along with the short story that he wrote at the same time.
Right.
And this time he was so excited about the hotel that he started writing this new short story, and has pieces of it. So, I mean, we decided if it's going to continue to be something that people are somewhat interested in and we enjoy doing it, then let's see how far we can take it. So the new story is pretty dark, and it's got a little bit more of an upbeat thing, whereas the hotel just kind of is a melancholy,
like chill,
dark thing. The new story has a lot more up and down. I would say a lot more action, and there's a moral to the story. There's a little bit of light. You can walk away feeling a little good about the story in the new album.
Well, dude, I've got, after hanging out with Dunnigan, or the last time that you guys were here and talking to Dunnigan outside the studio, he gave me an idea of what you guys are doing next, and I got to say, dude, it's mind-blowing what you guys, number one, what you guys have done with that, and I got to commend you, man, because there's not enough people that are doing that. I think that writing a story and putting it all together into an album and marketing it as such, dude, it's not being done enough. And I think, dude, hats off, man. Seriously.
I mean, we appreciate that. It's one of those things, kind of like I said, you're exactly right. It's not an easy thing to market, though, because if someone asks, I have coworkers that are like, so you're in a band? What do you do? Well, I don't really know how to answer that question a lot of times, because we do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's kind of like you said, you can't really just pick up in the middle of the album and understand it. There's songs that are 2 minutes long, songs that are 1 minute and 50 seconds, and then there's a 6 minute long song, 7.
Right.
But it is kind of all over the place, but it kind of makes it hard to explain to people what we do.
Right.
So I would say that's the only downside of it, is it's kind of hard to say, this is what we're doing. And honestly, what I normally go back to is we sound like a modern version of Pink Floyd, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of just how they were kind of all over the place, man, you could get one end of the spectrum from the other on the same album, and they tend to tell stories within their songs. And that's really the only description that I could come up with to try and explain to people. And I normally just end up saying, here's a CD.
Right. Dude, and, I think that's, every time I think about, the writing of the story, I think about Pink Floyd. And have you got the Boba Flex, Hey You? Have you heard that yet?
I have not.
Oh, dude. I can't.
But I would definitely check that out because I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan.
Oh, man. I played, to kick off the show today, I had to do, there was 4 covers that I had to do. And because somebody had posted the Boba Flex Hey You, and I was like, holy shit, man, I've got to go grab this song real quick and spin this. And it was like last minute thing. Somebody had just posted it like probably around like 5:30-ish. And I was like, dude, this song is so badass, man. I love Boba Flex, but I also am a big Pink Floyd fan. So I had to kick it off with Boba Flex and Hey You, and then my boy Saul with Welcome to the Machine. So,
nice.
Oh, dude, it was great, man. Just for a second, man, I felt like I was on acid or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out, dude. Once again, Soviet Dogfight tomorrow night, Tomcats West in Fort Worth. You guys, you got to get out there, check them out, man. It's going to be an amazing show. I'll be out there hanging out with the guys, and man, I can't wait, dude. I really can't wait. I've been looking forward to this show for a couple of weeks now, and
that's awesome,
dude. I'm excited.
Have you given away a admit one yet?
You know what? We should do that right now, since we talked about this earlier. You and I talked about this. What was it, last week?
Yeah, sounds about right.
We talked about this last week. I think we should give away. We should give away 2 tickets, or 2 or 1. What are we going to give away?
We can do 2's fine. We can do 2.
We can do 2? Okay. Let's give away 2 tickets real quick. Once again, Soviet Dogfight, hooking you guys up here on Krave Radio. And I'll tell you what, the best, I don't know if you saw this or not, but they are coming out with a standalone Batgirl movie.
No, I did not see that.
Oh, man. So I'm looking for the best idea and why that is your choice. And you know what? That person will get 2 tickets to tomorrow's show. What do you think about that? Is that cool?
That sounds good.
Yeah, who's going to be Batgirl? I say, at first, man, I was thinking, because I have this thing for Scarlett Johansson. Like this sick obsession with her, man. You might want to lock me up. Like, it's pretty damn bad. But she can't do it, man, because she's an Avenger.
Yeah.
So it can't be her. Someone did say Anne Hathaway, but it can't be her because she's been Catwoman.
Yeah.
And then another person said Lacey Chabert. I like her.
The chick that was the original voice of Meg Griffin on Family Guy?
Yeah, that chick. Yeah.
She was in, like, the Lost in Space reboot or something like that.
Yeah.
The one that had Joey from Friends.
And she's also the chick that I think it was like Not Another Teen Movie where she said that she wouldn't have sex with guys that gave her like crummy notes, but she'd give them hand jobs. Yeah, that chick. She's hot, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's hot. I don't know that she's action hero hot though. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
She's like sweet hot.
But there is a precedent for switching superheroes, though, because the dude that was Johnny Flame from the Fantastic Four became Captain America. And I know it's still Marvel, but there's at least a precedent for it.
Right. I don't know, man. I still say Scarlett Johansson, man, just because.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be fine.
Yeah. Dude.
And plus, she kind of needs to have red hair because I'm partial to the old 1960s Batman.
Yes. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, hey, man, what do I play? Do I play 1960s Batman? Do I play today's Batman? And then I decided to meet myself in between and just go with the 90s theme,
Yeah.
When I announced the movie. But, yeah, man. Okay, so there it is. Tell us who your pick is and why. Best answer wins 2 tickets to tomorrow's show at Tomcats West, seeing Soviet Dog fight, Awaken Theory, and who else is on that bill, man? I don't even know.
It's the Motel Pines, Hell Camino, and I believe they added another band, but I'm not positive because the flyer didn't change.
Okay. Doors open at 7, correct?
Yes, doors open at 7.
Doors open at 7, and if you don't want free tickets, if you're just an absolute tool and you don't want to participate, how much are tickets at the door?
The flyer says 12, which I'm not familiar with at Tomcats, but I'm not as familiar with Tomcats as I would like to be, so I'm going to go with the safe bet and say 12, but I think in the past it's been 10.
Okay.
But if anybody shows up and they expect it to be $10 and they need the extra $2, I will cover that.
Oh. All right, Ryan, man. I want to thank you for hanging out with me for just a little bit, man. Thank you so much, and I look forward. When is it? Do you think that the next album will be out?
I would say with the progress that we're making writing, I would hope that we could be in the studio this year. And then Gerst is pretty fast. We'll go back to Empire Sound, I'm sure, and work with Gerst again. So I would say we're probably looking at early 2018, hopefully.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Dude, and I really appreciate you bringing up Alex real quick because the one thing that I noticed is that we don't get a lot of the producers getting recognized when we do these interviews. Like I forget to ask, hey, who's your producer? I want these guys to be recognized because they're the men behind the scenes. They're the men and women behind the scenes, and you know what? They don't get enough credit for what they do. They really, really don't.
Yeah, Gerst is very good at his job.
Yeah, he is. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow, and dude, thank you so much for hanging out with me, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
All right, brother. We'll holler at you later, man.
Later.